followers, back at you here, Demunseed on the YouTube network. Hey, we finally got it. We've got the 3DR Solo in box, mint condition. It's one of the advanced copies of this baby. So Peter over at Ace's Deals, that good old boy from New York City, sent it on over to me so we can do a review and an unboxing, and we're going to get it in the air. Now, the gimbal is still not out yet, so we're going to have to use the included mount. It's a fixed mount that goes on the Solo, and we'll get it up in the air and just give it a try with that and see if we don't get any jello or any of that kind of thing. So it's not going to be a, 3-axis gimbal or anything. It's just going to be a fixed GoPro camera on it. But the first thing you want to do is download the app. Go to the Google Play Store or go to the Apple Store and download the 3DR Solo application for your tablet. Now, if you're trying to figure out what tablet to use on your Solo, the tablet that I really like is the iPad Mini 3. That's the tablet that I have been using. It gets great resolution. It's a little bit pricey, but overall, it's just the best tablet out there on the market. So check with Apple for the iPad Mini 3. The other one, if you're into the Android, look at the Nexus 2012 edition. The Nexus tablet is also another very good tablet and a lot cheaper than the iPad Mini. All right, so let's get this thing opened up and see what's in the box. All right, let's open it up. Now, for those of you guys that saw my last two videos, I hope you enjoyed them. I did the Vegas me and the missus trip, and we went down there and I did the Joshua trees. And I gotta tell you, the Inspire shoots some really incredible video. That was a lot of fun, and the pictures that I got during sunset of those Joshua trees was just amazing. And then we did the Fremont Street experience with some of the whack jobs that entertain on Fremont Street, and that was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. I don't want to do a lot of what they call off-topic videos that aren't drone related, but when times are a little bit slow, I want to entertain you, make you laugh a little bit. So I hope you're enjoying some of those videos that aren't necessarily about drones. Here we go. The Solo. Ta-da! There you go. From 3D Robotics, the smart drone, the Solo, which takes the GoPro camera, and we're going to put a GoPro 3 Black series on it. Oh, this is slick. It comes in its own carrying case. Now, that is not what I would consider a high-end quality case, but at least it comes in some kind of a bag that you can carry it around in. You definitely would not want to check this on an aircraft. It's just too flimsy. The case itself is kind of a cardboardy paper sort of a case, but just for carrying it around in your car or for walking down the street with it or whatever, it's very sufficient. It's got Velcro on the outside, and there we go. It's all preformed and everything, so everything fits nice and tight inside. And there is the Solo. Now you'll notice it comes with this little foam pad right here that's in between the battery. Pull that foam pad out, and then you can slide the battery out. To connect the battery, you just push the battery in and lock it into place, just like that. So it just locks, push that button, and the battery slides back out again. There we go. Lift out the battery, and the battery is ready to charge. So here you've got your 3DR Solo battery with the power on switch here and the LED indicator lights right down here on the end. Over here on this end, we've got 3 sets of holes. The set of holes that has 3 prongs in it is where you're going to plug in your battery. So you'll notice that the battery connector itself has 2 prongs on it and then a guide. Just take those 3 prongs, match it up to the ones that have the guide on it, and plug it into the battery. There you go. Then you'll notice on the end of the battery you've got progressive LED lights that tell you the current status of charge, and when that hits 100%, we'll know that the Solo battery is fully charged. So let's let that charge up while we're assembling the rest of the Solo. So it looks like you get 6 props in the box altogether. You get the 4 props to get you started, then you get 2 extra props, 1 clockwise and 1 counterclockwise. And there we go with the Solo radio. And it looks like Peter has gifted me some toggle handles for mine. And so these are Star Trek toggles that I'm going to use for my Solo. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it, buddy. So now we've got our radio controller plugged in to the charger, and we're going to plug in the charger and get a LED light on here that says charger connected. So now we'll just wait for the charger and the battery to get all charged up before we take it for our first flight. Okay, let's get all the props installed. Easy breezy, cover girl. First thing you want to do is take off all the little paper tabs that come on each of the motors. They have directional arrows on there to help you figure out which direction the prop goes on, but it's actually very, very easy, so you don't even need them. The aircraft itself has little dots on the arms. This one's got a silver dot on it, so it's going to take a silver capped prop. This one has a black dot on it, so that's going to take a black dot prop. So, take your silver prop, set it on top of a silver post, and just give it a clockwise spin. Hold on to the motor and give it a good snug so it's not going to spin off on you in flight. And then directly diagonal from that, put on your next silver prop. Hand snug that one down really good. And then diagonal from the 2 silver, go counterclockwise spin and put on both of your black props and snug them down hand tight, very, very snug. Don't forget it. Okay, before you take your Solo out for your first flight, you want to make sure you've got the most current firmware update. Now, the firmware on the Solo is pretty easy to install. Now, nobody likes updating their firmware because it can be kind of complicated sometimes and kind of a pain in the butt to do, and it takes a while. But it's actually pretty easy on the Solo. It doesn't require any USB cable. You don't have to download it to an SD card and then put it in the bird or any of that sort of thing. It's all done via Wi-Fi. It just connects to the Solo and updates the firmware via the radio. So my best suggestion would be just watch Colin Gwynn's video on it. It's a step-by-step instruction on how to update your firmware and get it in there very easily. So just follow those instructions, connect to your Wi-Fi in your settings, then turn on your radio, turn on your Solo, walk through the instructions, and you can update the firmware in about 3 minutes. When you're ready to fly, you want to move the Solo outdoors to an open area, and then on the radio itself, you'll see a satellite in the top left-hand corner, and it'll tell you how many satellites you currently have. I currently have 5 satellites, and it's still waiting for more satellites before I can take off. And then on my screen itself, I don't have the GoPro on there yet, so I still have my status window and with all of the different options that I can use when I'm ready to fly it. Now, before you fly your solo, you may need to calibrate the compass. If your compass does need calibrating, it'll come up with a couple of warnings across the bottom of the screen. First, it'll tell you that your compass needs to be calibrated on a level surface, and then it'll also warn you to remove your propellers before you calibrate the compass. You place the solo on a perfectly still, on a level surface. Then you lay the solo over on its left side. Then you lay the solo perfectly level over on its right side. Then you place it perfectly still with its nose pointing upward. Then you place it perfectly still with its nose pointing downward. And then you place the solo perfectly still upside down. All right, to get your GoPro ready, you're going to want to invert the image because the GoPro mounts in the solo upside down. So you're going to want to invert your image. So just go into settings, 1, 2, 3, 4, click top, 1, 2, then you'll see up and down, click top, then go to up, click top, and there you go. You're in the up mode, hold down the button, and now your image is inverted and you can mount your GoPro upside down in the solo. Okay, to mount your GoPro in your solo, just flip the lever down, take it and flip it all the way open, slide your GoPro into the mount upside down, flip the lever back up to lock it into place, and then take the HDMI cable and plug it into the side of your GoPro. You're all set to go. All right, if you're ready to pull the trigger and order the 3DR Solo, I gotta tell you, this is gonna be a potential game changer, because with all of the features like the follow me mode and cable cam and return to home and GPS and long battery life and all that kind of thing, this is gonna be a really nice aircraft to own. So if you want to order the Solo, if you want to pre-order it, give Peter a call. He's that good old boy from New York City, and he'll take good care of you. I swear to you, you're going to get some of the best customer service you've ever gotten. And Peter is an authorized repair facility for quads, so he can repair your drone. You can buy it at Best Buy, but what are you going to do if you run it into the side of a damn barn? You're not going to have anybody to fix it for you. So order it from a reputable distributor. Now, Best Buy is supposed to be getting some of the first Solos out there. They have been getting 1 and 2 here and there at sporadic stores across the country, but they haven't even received their inventory yet. So as soon as the Solo is available, you can get it from Peter over at Aces. Give him a call, and for $99, he'll put you on a deposit pre-order list. So as soon as the Solo hits the market, he'll ship it off to you. Check him out at www.acesdeals.biz or give him a call at 888-239-2644. Don't forget, say hello to his wife for me, Jan. She's a hottie, I'm telling you. Alright gang, that's going to do it for the unboxing and the reveal of the brand new 3DR Solo. We are now going to take it up in the air just for a short flight. Going to get it up, do a little left, right, front, back, just to check out the controls and see how smooth it is. You can fly automatically by just pushing the fly button and holding it down, or you can manually take off by holding the sticks in the inside down position, and when you come in for a landing, hold them in the outside down position to land it. So we'll get it up in the air, and then in a future video we'll go more in depth. We'll get into the orbit mode, the selfie mode, the cable cam, waypoints, all that kind of thing. So is the 3DR Solo going to be a game changer? Well, I don't know yet. The jury's still out on whether or not there are going to be any issues with it. Is it going to be completely solid with no quirks or problems out of the box? I had a couple of little issues that I had to deal with but I managed to figure them out. Now a newbie, somebody who's never been into the hobby before, might have a little bit of a problem with it, but it's relatively easy to get out of the box and fly it for the first time. So again, if you want to put a pre-order in on the Solo, give Peter a call over at Aces Deals. They're going out to the Best Buys first, but trust me, you do not want to buy a drone, a high-tech, technological frickin' marvel from a department store. What are you going to do if you need support or service? Buy it from a reputable dealer like Peter. At least give him a call. You'll like him. He's that good old boy from New York City. He's a good friend of mine, and trust me, you're going to love his customer service. All right, let's get it off the ground. You guys have a great evening. Don't forget to kiss the wife for me. Make sure you make it a wet one. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.